What's up, player? Yeah. And living there talking head. Coming to you live with Daigo with VRified Games. How we doing, Daigo?
Hey Ed, how's it going?
Yeah, man, all good in the hood, my man. All good in the hood. So, tell me. What in the Disney's Tron are we playing today?
Well Ed, baby, do not adjust your set.
Just my what?
Yeah, this is no illusion, man. There's no smoke and mirrors. This is not VR chat. It's not a fan remake. It's not a reissue. It's nothing like that. This is the original NES game, Super Mario Bros. 3, in VR,
God
in first person.
Damn! How the hell did you do that?
Well Ed, yeah, there are a couple of steps. Okay, there are a couple of steps. So, I don't know, I think we should probably call Carl for this one.
Oh no, man, no, don't call Carl, man.
Hey guys.
Oh, God damn. This motherfucker's here now.
Oh, hi Ed, how's it going?
Ah, your ass.
Oh, okay. Hey guys, how's it going? Cartoon Carl here, your Super Mario Bro.
Oh, Jesus, man, come on.
What?
Yeah, man, come on. I thought we were going to call this video Super Mario Hose, no?
No,
Super Mario Hose.
not Super Mario Hose.
Yeah.
And Carl, okay, you are a Super Mario Bro, but so hey, Carl, yeah, okay, you want to tell the lovely people out there in TV land what exactly is going on over here?
Yeah, so if you're in the VR space at all, more than likely you understand what 3D Sand is.
Yeah, 3D Sen is probably the most unique yet important emulators ever to hit the market.
That's right, yeah, it's basically a Nintendo Entertainment System, but it renders all the games in voxel rather than pixel art. So for those who don't know, voxelization is basically this process where it turns 2D sprites into a three-dimensional kind of appearance, and it works really well. Now 3D Sen VR takes that a step further and lets you enjoy your NES games in virtual reality.
Yeah, I mean it's been out in the wild for a number of years now. It's got critical acclaim with good reason. I mean, this emulator, it's kind of groundbreaking in what it does. It's kind of like what Foxhole Doom has done for playing the original Doom games in VR. It kind of gives it that extra pop, that extra feeling of 3 dimensions.
Yeah, and you can play it in full 60 OF. Yeah, it really does feel as though your old Nintendo games have basically come to life. They're there in front of you.
Yeah, typically that's what it is with both 3D Sen PC and 3D Sen VR. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah, man, but last I checked, there was no first-person perspective or nothing. It was just the games as they were, just in 3 dimensions, and you could play them in VR. So, what's going on here? Y'all got some kind of digital voodoo call? What you done up in here?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It actually was an emulator feature to have first-person perspective in all of these games. It was very possible, but Geode, the creator, did not feel it worked well. And I can kind of see what he means. It's not ready for prime time at all. But, link in the description, if you go there and download 3D Sen Maker, this program allows you to create profiles to use with 3D Sen. That feature is still enabled within 3D Maker.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So, okay, let's go through how we did this exactly. It's a multi-pronged approach. So first of all, you gotta go to the link in the description and download 3D Sen Maker, okay? Open up that folder. You see the folder saying 3DN? Those are your profiles. Open that up. Now, this bit's important. Whatever name the profile has here, and there's a number of profiles already included, but you can download more profiles from the community if you wish. Full instructions on the website. But basically, the name of the profile has to match the name of the ROM. So, go ahead and copy the name of the profile you want to use. In our case, it's Super Mario Bros. 3. Okay? Now, I know people are going to ask, but we cannot tell you where to get Nintendo ROMs, or any ROMs for that matter. It's still seen as piracy. Even though we look at it as preservation, yeah, it's frowned upon, it's looked at as piracy. We cannot tell you where to get it. But if you're industrious enough to find this video in the first place, you're also industrious enough to find ROMs. So, okay, let's leave it there. Anyway, go to where your ROM is downloaded, okay? And rename it exactly the same as the .3DN profile. So right click it, properties, rename, boom, you're done. Now, open up your 3D Maker, okay? Load up the game. Now you'll notice it's in 3D. Excellent. With your mouse, hover over the character you want to inhabit. Press Control and right click. Boom, there you go. The camera's now moved to that position. Now, on the 3D Send menu, go to System. Alright, for VR mode, choose Steam VR. Oculus will work, but we need Steam VR for the step after this. Okay? And there you go, you're in VR. The camera is attached to the character. Alright, so you've got some basic camera controls here. On your right controller, the thumbstick controls pitch, yaw, and roll of the camera. So try and get that in the position behind your Mario character. Alright, your left and right grip buttons control the zoom in and zoom out factor of the camera. So zoom in as close to your character as you possibly can. There you go. Now, you can only go so far with this, but luckily, we've got another program to help us out. So back in Steam, open up OVR Toolkit. Now, if you don't already have it, it's free to get on Steam. Go ahead and download it. It's completely safe. Alright, open that up. Go to Offsets. Alright, and adjust the camera position to where you're just in front of the character model. Now, the thing of it is, you cannot render your character model invisible or anything like that. It's still visible. So, technically what this is a third-person camera, but you've just manipulated it into a first-person perspective. Alright, you got it looking comfortable? That's cool. Okay, now this next step is optional, but I feel it's kind of, yeah, you would kind of want to do it. You need to adjust the world scale. Now, there's no way to do that within 3D Send Maker, but luckily, there is a way to do it within Steam VR. So just follow the steps on screen now, and adjust the world to where it looks kind of natural, if that makes sense for a Mario game. But you'll know what I mean. In the default mode, everything seems kind of squished, kind of small. You'd imagine from Mario's perspective, everything would be a lot bigger, so yeah. So just adjust it to how you think it would look. You know, eyeball it for yourself. That's the settings that work for us. May not work for you. It's all subjective, really. And yeah, there you go. Super Mario Bros. 3 in first person in VR.
Thanks, Carl.
Alright. See you all in game.
Yep, see you all in game. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm not gonna see your ass in game, man. Let's just get in the game, man. Come on.
Yeah, so here it is. Mario Bros. 3 first person VR. Now, the mere fact that this was possible blew my mind. Man, if you told like 6-7-year-old me back in the 80s when the NES was new that, yeah, you'd be able to be inside the character's head, man, I would have looked at you like you were insane. And then growing up and, you know, seeing what was possible with emulation, seeing what was possible in VR and computers in general, right up until yesterday, I would have said you were mad that I would be able to inhabit an 8-bit game in first-person VR. It just seems so foreign to me, but here I am. Now, Gio, the creator, is not happy with this mode. He's still working on kind of perfecting it. Well, I say he's still working on it, he's kind of abandoned it a little bit. He just could not get it to work right. He may come back to it, but I think you'll see why when you play. This is more of an experiment, more like virtual tourism than it is a serious playthrough of these games. It's just a unique way to experience these games you loved from your childhood. In terms of a serious playthrough, yeah, I couldn't really recommend it, at least not for Mario. Now, the kind of interesting thing is this mode is available across the board. In theory, any NES game can be played in first-person perspective following the steps we just put in, and we will be, you know, looking into this in the future. There's a couple of titles we're kind of looking at. Incidentally, the original Mario Brothers plays great in this mode, but again, that's only because we're really familiar with the original game. As you can see, looking on screen right now, we're playing Mario Bros. 3, and that's a game we're less familiar with. In fact, I don't think I've played it in 30 years. And I'm dying a lot. And that's a mix of just not knowing the game in general and just change in perspective, making it nigh on unplayable if I'm honest, but this is still a cool experience to be able to experience the world of Mario Bros. 3 in a way I had never, ever imagined possible outside of the realm of a remake. This is insane. This is the original 8-bit era Nintendo Entertainment System game, Super Mario Bros. 3, played in first person 6DO VR. My mind is just, whew, man, I'm speechless.
Yeah, for a speechless motherfucker, you should talk a lot.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, okay, we should probably leave it here. Okay, guys, there it is. That is Super Mario Bros. 3, first person VR. Yeah, we're definitely going to be looking more into 3D Send in the future. This is freaking cool. Alright, yeah. So I guess we're going to leave it there, you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any thoughts, queries, any critiques, put them down below.
If indeed there are any games you'd like us to look at VRifying in the future, put those down below and we will presumably get back to you eventually. You can also follow us on TikTok for our adventures over there, which are basically condensed versions of what we do over here. And yeah, follow us on all social medias. All links will be in the descriptions, and yeah, looking forward to seeing you there also. Alright, VRified Games out.
VRified Games.